Hi there everyone, Shauna Killian here from Instagram's Shaliki84. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you probably already know that I'm in the process of making my own manga. In fact, I'm making two different mangas at the same time, but I'm going to be focusing mostly on my new idea because this one is going to be more of a series, and then I'm going to jump back to the other one, which is more of a one-shot idea. I asked you guys if you would watch videos that I put up on kind of like video journaling my making of the manga, and I figured I can also maybe give you guys some tips. So I kind of created this idea of how I make my own manga, and I just want to get you guys caught up to where I'm at. So let's get started. So this is what I came up with. This is how I make a manga, and this is just going to get you guys caught up on to where I'm at right now. So for step 1, establish an idea. Now for this process, you don't need to know all the details right yet. This is just to get the basic idea of the storyline. Like for example, for the manga that I'm making now, it's about a boy that travels to a world that's far different than our own. Now that doesn't fully explain what all goes on in the manga, but it gets you a starting point on where to go next. After you establish an idea for your manga, your next step is to brainstorm on your idea. Now this part, you just write down everything that comes to your mind. Some will be useful and some you'll probably just cross it out and never use it. Or maybe even find somewhere else to put it, like in a different book. But the thing is just to get your ideas flowing and get them out on paper. You'll probably fill a good 2 or 3 sheets, maybe more, of ideas. Step 3 is to create characters. By this point, you should know some of the characters that will be in your story. By create, I mean to write a composition about them. Give them a goal, which is what they want to do, what they want to accomplish, and then give them a motivation for their goal. Like, why do they want to accomplish their goal? And then also give them a backstory or a setting to their goal and motivation, which is basically just giving them more reason to accomplish their goals, and something that really fires up their motivation. And that's kind of how I do that. In fact, I brought this book to kind of show you. This is kind of the character design, and I have the goal and the motivation, and then the setting as to just further explain why they want to accomplish their goals. And that's kind of where I'm at with the characters. After you do this, you start to get a better feel for your characters, and then I start drawing up the first drafts. So this here was a first draft of my character. I think I named her Toki. She is a radish girl, and while I drew this up, I also pointed out things that I wanted to remember about, like her outfit or stuff like that, and things that I wanted to change. I just made little notes all around. I wrote out over here radish leaves, they come out of her head, and then she has big flowing sleeves, and then I put over here needs work on the shirt because I wanted to change it. And then just wrote down that, see, like there's roots hanging off of her skirt, and she has stockings on, and her shoes are like soft, like slippers, and yeah, she has wild curly hair. I just wrote down anything that was describing her in any way, and over here I drew a radish, so I can have a little bit more ideas on what to go for. And then I drew up a second draft, which is a little bit better, I think. Messing around, drawing different expressions with her eyes, and then gave her a a radish mace. Just drawing all kinds of ideas for her. And then I drew up a different character, a first draft of the boy, the main character in the story, and drew just a bunch of different eyes for him, and just like made notes on him, kind of like I did in the previous one. Gave him spiky hair and stuff. And then I actually later on changed my mind and thought, let's go with a different style. And I drew this one up, more realistic, and I even wrote some background on him, like about his past, and gave him personality points and pros and cons over here, and just changed the whole look of the manga. I decided to go more realistic than cartoony, and it seems to be going over well on Instagram. A lot of people like this better, and so do I. I even drew her up. I haven't written her stuff yet, but I drew up the other main character. So drawing out some of your characters can give you a better feeling for your manga story. So then at step 4, you can take ideas from your brainstorming and also ideas that you learned from your characters that you drafted out, and you can start incorporating that into the story and write up a storyline. And the storyline is just like the story written out. It could even be story panels if you want to go to panels right away. But for me, I like to have it written out first. So I've been writing it out first. And this is descriptive, and it tells settings and emotions and just everything about what's going on in that scene. And my next video will probably be more focused on the actual writing than just how to get started. But I hope this was a helpful beginning to show you guys just where I'm at with my manga, as well as maybe help you guys out in writing your own manga. So just want to say thanks for watching.